Welcome back to my Bloodborne playthrough. If you were paying attention last week, you'll know that we took care of a load of side areas, none of which were particularly important to complete in the game whatsoever. They were all optional areas, but we beat the Witches of Hemwick, we went into Castle Canehurst. I didn't beat Ligarius, I still have to do that, but we completely cleared out the area and we did the Nightmare Frontier. For this week's episode, we're going to be returning to the story and we're going to be going through Byrgenwerth, where we're going to be taking on Rom the Vacuous Spider, and then I can never pronounce this, Yahar'gul, Unseen Village, where we'll also be taking on the One Reborn. So all of this is story related stuff, all of this is stuff that you have to do. Anyway, let's get into it and do things properly. Like I said, I'm not going to take on Martyr Ligarius right now. I think I'm going to wait till I got my weapon up to level 10 and then do it at some other point. Now, where am I going to? Where did I just say I was going? We're going to Byrgenwerth. Oh no, yeah, so I need Forbidden Grave. That's right. So we're going back to where we were for the Shadows of Yhar'gul. Yep, so we got some, all of this is more going back to the actual main story. All of this is what you need to progress. So yeah, here's where we took on the Shadows of Yhar'gul. And we're going to be continuing through here. We got some particularly annoying enemies in this area. There's one just behind a tree here. Yeah, they give you frenzy. Oh man, not getting off to a good start. I think there's an item behind here. Yep, Madman's Nalage. And then we have another lantern here. So we'll be doing that. Now this isn't a particularly big area, but we're going to go through and clear this area out now. Not particularly tough enemies, but they can be annoying. We've got a few of them in this area as well. This is not a big area at all. Let him go off. Yeah, let him head off that way, and then we can take on this guy here. I don't think we can sneak up on him. No. I didn't think we could. I don't think there's any items up there, is there? No, I don't. We can summon someone to help us with the Rom fight up there, but I'm going to try not to do that. Rom can be a little bit difficult. I know a lot of people kind of joke about how easy Rom is. He's one of those enemies I've died to, one of those bosses, should I say, that I've died to a lot when I've been playing this game. I have to say, just double checking that the game capture is being taken. Got another brain sucker here. Still creep me out, these things. He's just not sure what it is he's looking at. Is he looking at the moon? No, he's not. Just the whole vibe of it, man. And not cool at all. Another rune there, need that for later, for one of the achievements, I believe. I think you get an achievement for doing all the runes. Now we'll have a bunch of those guys jump off the roof now. Yeah, there's one, there's two. Okay, they come after you, just get rid of these guys first. We can open that door in a minute, although it's not really, as shortcuts go, it's not the most useful, to be honest with you. Okay, get the one over. Get rid of him. Now we can go and draw the other one over, because we've got another large enemy in just a second. Nothing particularly too difficult, but here. Yes, we got that big guy over there, but he's not as dangerous as he looks. He's tanky. Get to the side of him. There you go. Pretty easy. So tanky more than anything. Great one wisdom. I think that gives you like 2 insights, maybe 3. Yeah, we're doing fine for insight at the moment. Now over here, there's the shortcut back to the lantern. We've got one more guy here. Okay, that's him down. Now there is a quite annoying hunter that you've got to take on. Well, you don't have to take on. Sedatives. They're actually very handy to have because they get rid of frenzy. So yeah, this is pretty much the area here. So open this now. And like I said, this takes us back to the lantern over here. And down here, I think you might have to... Maybe it's when you reload the area, I think you can actually summon a hunter to help you out. Now this hunter that we're going to go and fight now is actually... can be quite tough, can be quite challenging. I've got a chest here. Little slug. Yeah, as we go up here now, this hunter here, see? Ooh. Really powerful spells. Very aggressive. Come on, heal. I think that's probably the first time I have ever beaten her first try. Blue elixirs, nice bit of blood echoes for it. We've got another rune in here, maybe? Garb. The spider hides all manner of rituals, certain to reveal nothing, but true enlightenment need not be shared. Yeah, it's another reference to Rom, who we're going to be meeting in just a moment. Yeah, so you can actually summon someone here to help you with the fight. We need to go through here, but we can't go through there yet. Yeah, like I said, Rom can be quite a difficult battle if you're... Well, you'll see in a minute. He's both easy and difficult. He's laborious more than anything. It's easy to not... It's easy to rush in. Now, we could leave right now. We've got the key that gets us in the balcony. There's a couple more items up here. I should really learn what these guys are called. There we go. There we go. So that's everything in this area. Drop back down now. Can actually just jump down there, to be honest, but it gives you a little bit of a damage. Might as well heal up properly, actually. Now we can go through here. And is it Master Wilhelm? Is that his name? It's pointing over in that direction. Not sure what he's pointing at there. I'm sure I should know, but yeah, it doesn't do anything. I think at one point he was supposed to be a boss, I think there's actually, if you go online, you can actually, they've actually uncovered footage of him being a boss. Now, you don't have to do this, but you can kill him. And now he drops the eye rune. I believe it's the eye rune. Yeah, I think that allows you, I think that boosts discoverability of items. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's get on with this. So, we're going to go and see Rom now. We'll jump through here. As I said, he can actually be a bit of an annoying fight. So we're going to... See. Now, what I'm going to do... see. Now, he's reappeared over there. I've started off badly. It's best to get rid of all these... See, he starts shooting projectiles. Man, I have not got off to a good start. Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm just going in. Sod it. This is exactly how I know I'm going to die with this boss, because I'm doing exactly what I shouldn't be doing. Yeah. Unfortunately, none of his attacks hurt the spiders. Actually, I'm gonna... Okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna... Okay. Yeah, be a real bastard. Oh, man. I've not got enough blood vials either. Yeah, it's best to get rid of these spiders if you can before continuing on with Rom. Now, a lot of people use the beast blood pellets. Oh my god. Damn it, man. I've only got 2 more blood vials. Okay. That was silly of me. That was silly of me. Okay, this is it. Now what's going to happen... Come on. Oh, I have not helped myself there. Chance of me getting out of this. Does insight... I can't, doesn't? Oh, it doesn't, bloody hell. That's a shame. I can't, yeah, there you go. I'm dead already. I made a complete pig's ear of that. Rom, I find Rom very difficult. There are enemies, there are bosses that I actually find are incredibly easy that other players seem to find very difficult. And then there are those that just destroy me, and Rom is quite often one of those. Is there a summon that you can do here? I'm going to do one more go of it on his own. The good thing is this time all the spiders will be around him straight away, so I'm going to take care of them first. Oh yeah, you can open up this door as well. Although it's kind of pointless. It doesn't really, as shortcuts go, it's very, very pointless, to be honest. So yeah, you can actually summon someone to help you there, but for now I'm just going to run straight through. And we're going to go back. Where's my... Okay, and he's already there. My blood echoes are in here somewhere. I had 20,000 of them, which would be nice to get, but we'll see how we go. So at least this time... Okay, this time we're gonna... Yeah. You can actually... Because what happens is it usually takes about three cycles, so to speak. You get about a third of his health down, and then he teleports to somewhere else and summons more spiders. But there is... I know that you can block his teleportation with a heavy attack. Yeah, and on this first rotation, he doesn't actually attack you either, I don't believe. So let's try and get him down as much as we can. Oh well, we got a good half of his health there. That's good. So I don't know where my blood echoes are. I'll have a look around for them afterwards. Hopefully we'll do it on this go. Be nice. Yeah, and it's best to run that attack. I was trying to dodge it last time. That one is, yeah, he's got two attacks. He's got a ranged attack, and then he's got the one where you're closer by, which is the more common one. Oh, come on, Ben. Come on, get away. No. Run, run. No. Oh, you... So that's 20,000 souls lost. Let's see how we go. That was silly of me that time. That's 20,000 souls I just lost there. Which, to be fair, at this point in the game is actually not a huge amount. So you can actually summon a hunter to come and help you with this fight, but I don't think it actually makes things any easier, really. Rom's just one of those ones where you kind of just have to hack away at it, keep it going, you know. Blood vials are starting to get a bit low on the ground already. So he's not a particularly tough boss. There's just some pain in the ass. Now I think about it, on my very first playthrough of Bloodborne, I think I died to Rom more than I did any other boss. So I'm wondering if there's an element of me kind of telling myself that I can't beat him, if that makes any sense. I don't think we'll bother with the bolt paper this time. I meant to do the charged attack then. Yeah, you can see how much damage I did. It was quite significantly less than the first one. And he's straight in there with the attacks. said, the problem is because you're dealing with the spiders first, it's easy to lose track. It's easy to lose track of what Rom is doing. So that's when you can kind of get caught out by his attacks, his ranged attacks. Go. Getting there. These guys through. Oh, come on. Yep, so now we should be able to get him on the third one if we can. Now, there's another attack that he starts doing here. He kind of does this like lumbering seal attack, which can catch you out. Oh. Yeah, every now and then you'll get one of them dropping a so you got to keep on top of his attacks. Try and keep the stamina good. It's not too bad. Two more spiders. So at least once they're out of the way. Go, go, go. Very tempted to take him on there, but... yeah, okay, now he can actually be quite dangerous around this time. In fact, I'm going to put that on. Yeah, see, that's the attack I was on about. Oh, you're joking me. Going back again. 20,000 souls. 20,000 souls. Let's see if it's any... no. Oh, I shouldn't have... yeah, alright. Let's just see if it is any easier with the other guy helping now. I don't think it is. It takes him ages to join in as well. So is he waiting there? Yeah, he's waiting at the thing. We'll head back in. I seem to remember it takes him forever to join us. So there's a few things I did wrong on that last one. I'm getting low on blood vials as well, which is not good. That was silly. Okay, so let's get as much damage in on Rom as we can. Get much damage in, because now that we've got the other hunter helping us out, Rom's health is actually now more than it would have been. So like I said, it's a double-edged sword. You've got somebody else helping you out, but also go. I'm so tempted to just go and attack him. I'm going to regret this. That was a good amount though. Oh. Okay, that's not too bad. See, this is where things can get... See, there's every part of me now is tempted to just go straight in and attack Rom. Is he dead, is he? Yeah. Yeah, so my mate's dead. Though to be fair, I don't think he did a huge amount to help me out. Could have been bad. He can be very vicious with his attacks at times as well. Aggressive, should I say. See, there's that. One more spider. I'm gonna go for it. Might as well take him out as I'm there. Sod it. Getting close to him at this point is... Go. Get in. Should have done... Yes, there we go. I have no doubt there are people laughing at me now, because Rom for many is a very easy boss, but as I said, I've always struggled with him. I really have. But he's done now anyway. We're not too far in. And now we're into the unseen village, which you will have seen already in a different guise. There is the amygdala. Here we go into the... Yeah, there's a few little tricks to this area, a few little things that you have to do. So these guys, you might have heard that bell. There was a bell that was going off in the background. There are bell maidens in this area, and as long as they're alive, these enemies will continually respawn. So you need to kill... Yeah, you need to kill the Bell Maiden to stop them from spawning. So we got another lantern here, so we're going to quickly get that. I think the Bell Maiden for this first section is around here, maybe. Bloodstone chunk, excellent. I think we might just be about ready to get our item, our weapon up to +9. I can't remember. Oh, I forgot about that guy. Wow. Yeah, I don't think the Bell Maiden is around here. I think she might be at a place that we can't get to for the time being, so yeah, we can't do anything here. Yeah, she's not around here. There is a skip that you can do here, but I'm not looking to do that. So that's just a few items that we needed. This can be a bit of an annoying area here. So what we're going to do, we're going to run through these enemies. Because the amygdala... Wow. The amygdala can grab you there. Now, I mentioned the Bell Maidens. I think they're called Bell Maidens. Now that they're dead... Now, when I kill these enemies, now they're regular enemies again. So when they're dead, they stay dead, or at least for this particular section, they stop respawning straight away. Man, they're getting caught out by them bloody rifle guns today. Yeah, so you've got the amygdala up there, so if you take too long on the stairs, he'll grab you and kill you. So you don't really need to get any of those enemies. You don't really need to get rid of any. There's nothing to get around there. So I can quickly go in here. So this is where we woke up in the jail last time. Although it was on an alternate version of it. Yeah, so that's a message that was there before, I believe. Silver bullets. So yeah, it's very important when you're going through this area that you get rid of those Bell Maidens first. Because as long as they're there, the enemies just keep on respawning. Anything here? No. Going from this side, that's right. We go through this way, that's why. So again, we got a load of enemies here, including a large troll, which we're just going to ignore for now. There she is over there. The Bell Maiden. Get rid of her first. And now they can be gotten rid of. Now we can open this door. That was a shortcut last time. We got this dude just sat there in the corner, praying to the old ones, I guess. Friends of Cold Blood, always handy. Another one just going crazy there in the corner. So yeah, we've got these guys. Yeah, get rid of him. Got that troll dude there. We don't need to kill any of these guys. We can just carry straight on. But no. I'll tell you one thing. I need to buy some more blood vials. Or get them like that. That's fine. I think there's another item over here. This is another one of those areas that's you have to kind of methodically go through it just to get everything that you can. Yeah, we're going to get our weapon up to +9 in a bit. Now, again, this area is swarming with enemies. So I'm just going to run straight through this bit. Watch where I go. You'll notice the chiming. Go to this area here. Okay, and drop down. Because she is here. Okay. Now that she's gone. Damn, man. Yeah, so we've got a very important item that we're going to pick up in just a second. I think there's actually... Is there something out here? Yeah, I thought there was. Friends of Cold Blood. So if we drop into this area, we get the Upper Cathedral key. I can't remember what episode it was, but we went to the Upper Cathedral Ward, and there's a you can't get through there. However, now we can. Nice. Got a guy here. I think we get the mini tonitrus or tonitrus. I don't know how you pronounce it. Another weapon that you need. Yeah, it's quite a cool little area, this one. Yeah, tiny tonitrus. Tonitrus, whatever. So yeah, now that the bell bitch is dead, all of these other enemies can be gotten rid of. Amygdala all over the place at this point, just everywhere. Not even bothering with them anymore, just like, yeah, whatever, mate. So now we're looping back round to where we dropped down. So this is where we went earlier on, and there's a ton of these enemies here. Oh, I was just about to say they can get quite overwhelming, as I just demonstrated. In fact, there's one behind me. Yeah, and they throw the Molotovs as well. Oh, man. Not tough enemies at all, but man, they cause a lot of issues. There's some more over there. I think we've got another chunk here. So we can definitely get up to +9 now. Yeah, more of them. Yeah. The amygdala helps us out a bit there. Man, I'm running low on blood vials. I'm doing really badly on blood vials. So we got one more enemy over there now. We got 2 more enemies. That. This amygdala can be a little bit of a bugger to get past if you don't know the path of his laser beam. Okay, now run down before he starts again. Yeah, you can get caught out. You can get caught out in that stairwell. Now we've got a lantern here, but I'm going to run straight this way and get this guy. There we go. And another amygdala, just hanging out everywhere now. So now that we've got a lantern, you might be able to see him. There's actually 3 hunter enemies down there, but we're not going to... I might come back to them later. I don't know if I'm going to bother with them in this video. We're going to return to the Hunter's Dream for now, level up a bit, get our weapon up to +9, and then we can return back here with no real loss of anything. And if nothing else, we're going to get a load more. I don't know what it is. I've played this game numerous times over the years, and I've never had an issue with blood vials.
Very
Maybe
well.
it's because I know I'm being watched.
Let me.
Strength, get up to 308. I might get a bit more vitality, you know.
Farewell, good.
Strength-wise, we're getting to the sort of soft cap, I believe. Fortified weapon. Oh man, I haven't got... Oh no, no. Oh no, I still haven't got enough. Oh, I need 8. I need 8. Okay, alright. Might just repair the weapon quickly. I didn't realise I needed 8 chunks. That's fine. I think we get them in the rest of this place anyway. Let's just get some more blood vials. Spend the rest of the money on that. Is this... Yahar'gul Chapel? Yep. We got a few different ways that we can go in this area. So we got a few things that we're gonna, got to kind of do. This area can be a bit annoying. Again, we've got another bell lady. Just over here, get rid of her first. Get rid of the other dog. Man. Okay, best to run past to get rid of him. Bit out of sync today. No wonder I'm burning through blood vials though. Although there is 5 here. There's a guy here who, if you're not careful, will run out and attack you. Oh, 8 blood vials. Nice. That's very handy. As I said, not something I normally have to concern myself with. So here we're coming through to a familiar area. This is of the Hypergian jail that we were at earlier. Now you can't actually light the lantern here. So we've got that guy over there, and you can see a guy beyond him as well. Those 2 guys are hunters, and they're pretty aggressive. And there's another guy on the stairs as well. I can't remember if... I think he's over that side. We're going to leave him alone for the time being and go this way instead. Is there another... I thought there was another Wandering Madness around here somewhere. I might be getting it confused with the first go. Yeah, there's some particularly nasty enemies in this one. This area first. That's ultimately where we're going, down that way. But we've got some bits and pieces we can get around here. The witch come out here? That's one of those guys. These guys aren't actually that tough. I can't remember for sure, but I think if you haven't beaten Dark Beast Pal, I think you can still access them here. I think this is another chunk, another 2 chunks. Okay, so we only need 1 more chunk. That's good. So obviously I've already beaten this boss, but I think if you haven't by this point, I think you can actually go here and take him on if you need to. Oh, where bloody hell am I? Oh, that's right, yeah, I'm going the right way. So that's where we came in. Now you can sneak up on one of the hunters this way. There's a hunter there, so you can actually sneak up on him there and get rid of him. So that's one of them down. But I think it summons the other guys pretty much straight away. So you've kind of got a bit of a time limit, so to speak, of getting rid of him. I don't think we're going to bother with that just for now. That might be in another episode, kind of like a cleaning up episode, where we just come back and go through a few other little bits and pieces. Because also now that we've got the, what's it called, key, the Upper Cathedral Ward key, we now have access to that. And a couple of other hidden bosses that you wouldn't normally deal with. So maybe we'll do that in next week's episode. Is there any enemies down here? And there we go. Yeah, we got +9 now, so we can do that in a bit. We might as well continue through here for now. So there's a part of me that's... Part of me is kind of... wouldn't mind getting rid of that hunter. So that we can get... But I think I'm going to leave it for now. We'll come back to him later. Alright, we'll come back here maybe when we've got up to +10 with the weapons. So that's everything down there in that area. We've got quite a lot of other little bits and pieces that we can get, however, before we head off in that direction. And there is a shortcut that we can open as well that gets us back to the first lantern. So that's where we came down from earlier. In fact, actually, let's go and get the... Just run past this guy, because the bell woman is there. Just makes more sense to go after her first. As soon as she's done. There we go. Nice. I thought there were items there. It's easy to get confused with these areas where you have to kind of visit them multiple times. Okay, down here we've got an enemy. Now you might remember this area from when we visited the Hypergean jail, should I say? The first time you had no access to this lift at all. Now that goes back up to the first lantern. We've got this little hidden area here. Is there another one? Yeah, thought there was. I'm silly. I pretty much just let him hit me there. Now, there's a little warp place there that takes you off to somewhere else, which I don't particularly want to use just yet, actually. Is this more chunks? Yeah. So... I say unfortunate, it was stupid of me to just jump straight into him. Yeah, we have loads of blood chunks now, so this is good. Amygdala there, just chilling on the side of the buildings. Like I said, they're everywhere in this area now. Things are really getting real. I can't remember how much insight it is yet. I think it's 30 insight maybe. Once you've got that, you can kind of see everything that's going on. Now, this actually transports us to a different area of the game, which I don't necessarily really want to go to just now, but I think it's the only way out of this area, this shortcut bit for the time being. This takes us to another area in this. So we can actually go, I believe we can now actually go straight to the one reborn. In fact, there's a bell maiden around here, so this could actually be a bit... Yes, there is. That's her. Now, if we head down there, we can head... The actual boss of this area is in that room there, that arena there. The One Reborn, it's called. But we've still got quite a few bits here that we can go through and get. So we're doing that now. We're kind of doing it backwards to how I normally do it, but... There's a rifle guy over there. What was that? Oh, that's those down. Yeah, we've got tons of those guys down there. Oh, nice. Shoot at them. They're very aggressive. Get rid of this guy. Yeah, they're firing at me already, those guys. This area doesn't make much sense at the moment until a bit later. We'll see where it links up. As I said, the one benefit we had of approaching this area from the way we did is that we got rid of that bell woman immediately. That could have been bad. Bloodstone. Yeah, some of these guys can be particularly dangerous. Not only do they hit really hard on their own, but they've got they can kind of when you get a lot of them in one area, they can beat up on you pretty quickly. Oh no, I don't want to do a bloody... Try and get rid of this guy. We've got ranged attacks, these guys, as well. So it's that one over there that's causing us the hassle. As we're at this point, we might as well go to where I was talking about earlier. So up here, this is where we go back up here for now. We're back at this place, so that's the 3 hunters in there. This is where we just took that shortcut through there. I went up into the lift, which then transported us over to this way. Now there are a lot of enemies here. That can be particularly annoying. So we're going to have to try and dispatch of them one by one. There's more chunks. Yep. Don't need any more at this point, but now this guy here. Yep. So you're supposed to pick up that item, which then lets this guy attack you, unbeknownst. Okay, that's good. So we've got one guy coming over. That's what we want to do. We need to get these guys away from one another. Yeah, they hit pretty hard, these guys. So we got a group of them over there. So yeah, get that guy over. Get him away. Try and you can stick to the back. Makes these guys a lot easier to deal with. I think it's just the one more now. I don't think there's one hidden behind there. Yeah, so I don't know if we can get a visceral on these guys or not. I don't think we can. There we go, that's this side clear, I believe. I've never seen that before, I never saw that door there, but I don't think there's much we can actually get. You didn't really need to do any of that, it's just kind of always cool to show these areas, just make sure there's nothing that we've missed. Doesn't look like there is. So as I said, we've got the shortcut area which we can do, which we've already done, that teleportation one. Now we're actually just going to make our way through that area proper before we go and take on the One Reborn. I think that'll do us for today, you know. I'm not really feeling like doing a huge video today. Then again, having said that, One Reborn can be, it's an easy boss, but it can also be kind of tricky at times as well. So we'll just have to see how it goes. So this is the way we would have come. So had we not used the teleportation thing, we would have, yeah. See, there's another amygdala. We would just go through this way. And again, we have all these guys who are very aggressive immediately and can really make life difficult. So this is where we took on that beast earlier. I don't think there's anything that they're... Oh wow, so they're all waiting there. I don't think there's anything that these guys are... I don't think there's anything that we really need to do in terms of getting rid of these guys. I don't think it has any real importance. I don't think there's any items or anything that we need to pick up. So yeah, I think we can, to be fair, I think we can actually avoid them. So run up through this area. So this is where we were earlier. That's where the Bell Maiden would have been. Instead we can drop down here. I don't think there's a... Yeah, there's not a lantern here, but you can summon somebody to come and help you. Madman's Knowledge this side, and over on the other side there's another item, I believe. We'll try and get rid of this dude just to... I can't remember if there's an area I'm missing. Come on. I can't remember if there's a door over that way or not. Drawing a bit of a blank. Another madman's knowledge, which we don't need at all at this point. Let's have a look. Is there... Is there a doorway there? No, there isn't. Okay, I might have just badly messed up. But we can go back. Okay, alright, well that's just to confirm then. There's nothing there that we need. That's good. I just wanted to make sure there were no items that we missed there. In fact, do you know what? We're actually... I'm going to return to upgrade our weapon before we take on the one reborn, because we might as well. Why not, right? We're actually doing really good for time. Very well for time. He says... It's not a huge amount we can get for leveling up right now, so let's... Nice. Yeah, nice to plug in that. We need a blood rock now. Might as well upgrade this as well, you know. So there we go, there's our blunderbuss up to +8 as well. Still got 40,000.
Oh, Flora. Oh, and let for be one.
Yeah.
I must have. What is it? Very well, let me... So
we got one more. Might as well go with strength. Just a bit more strength.
Farewell.
I think we'll get a few more blood vials. Purely just to spend the rest of the money that we got. And now we're going to go back to... Is it the chapel? Is that the best way to do this? Yeah, I guess it is. And we're going to go and take on the One Reborn. Like I said, I have had issues with this boss in the past. It can be difficult. But it can also be very simple. So, which one is it going to be today? And for this particular bit, we don't have to really mess around. We're just going to run through this area. These guys shouldn't follow us too far. I think I've gone to the wrong lantern now that I think about it. Yeah, I should have gone to the main lantern, and yeah, there's a shortcut that I could have taken that way. I've gone completely the wrong way, everybody. That's fine. Not going to bother with that. Just going to run straight past these guys. Because we don't really have to deal with any of these people. The Bell Maiden's back. Run straight through here. Said I've gone to completely the wrong place. I shouldn't have. Yeah, I should have dealt. I've gone to the complete wrong lantern. But whatever. Don't need to bother with any of these guys. We're just running straight to the boss. So here you can actually summon summon it to help you. But we're going to go take him on our own, I think. In fact, we'll just heal up. Here we go. Yes, we have the... Can we get up this way? I don't think we can. So... Now, you don't have to do this. Right, if we go up here, you will see you've got these... You've got these Vel hunter women again. Be good to just get rid of them, because they can just make life a bit difficult to deal with this boss, much like the spiders with Rom, the extra spiders should I say. It's kind of just, if you get rid of all of these extras, you can then concentrate on the main boss. They can fire at you as well, if I remember rightly. There we go. Okay, so that's all 6 of them done. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Have I got any bolt paper? I don't have any bolt paper. Okay. After all that. Oh. Okay, I'm not running through all of that again, so I'm going to go to where I should have gone in the first place. So we'll return to the Hunter's Dream, and then we'll go to the first lantern. That's why I died there, because I just wanted to let you all know. Yeah, so if we go to the original... I mentioned earlier on that we've now got a shortcut back to the first lantern, and that's exactly what we're doing here. There we go, so we're at the first lantern again, head down this way. We've got this guy with a gun down here, don't have to worry about him this time, just run straight past him. Yep, so we've got this. This is that shortcut I was on about earlier. Okay, that gets us to the teleport place. Gets us to here. And straight down. And then we're straight back in. Yeah, and I used my paper now as well. Oh, whoa. Okay, which way did I come down? Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know how much difference it does make getting rid of these. In fact, I seem to be getting more damage from going after them than I do just leaving them alone, to be honest with you. But I've never ever had much trouble with this boss. I'm hoping that first one that I did there was just me being an idiot, which is more than possible. Yeah, so they're shooting stuff at it. I don't know if that means they're giving him power, I don't know. We'll get up to full health. We'll see what we do this time. I don't have any paper or anything like that with me either, so that's going to make things fun. Should have gone for the head then, but heal. Easy. Yeah, I was going to say I've never really struggled with him in the past. That was just silly me there. The one reborn. Do I get another one for another chalice here? Can't remember. So another lantern that is pretty much pointless. Yeah, completely pointless lantern, that one. And now we have access to the Nightmare of Mensis, which is a pretty cool area. I don't think I'm going to do that today. I'm not feeling it today. I like the idea of that being a standalone episode, or at least the beginning of an episode, because it's a kind of quite an important area. This gives us access to the second floor of the lecture hall. So that should be another trophy. Or maybe it's when we... Maybe it's when we go through here. Okay, maybe not. Either way, we're on the second floor of the lecture building. Go through here. We can go through here. There's a guy up there. Oh, he doesn't got down. Right, we've got that guy over there though. Said I don't know when we get the trophy for this. You should get a trophy for being on the second floor of the lecture theatre. That's Master Willem was right. Evolution without courage would be the ruin of our race. So that's where we were last week's episode, yeah. As we were trying to get to the Nightmare Frontier. There's a particularly big enemy here. which I'm not going to take on just yet because I wouldn't mind clearing the area of other people first. Is there anything in here? 3/3 chords. Yeah, so that's a reference to you need. There are 3 different endings to Bloodborne, and having 3/3 of the umbilical chords is how you get the final one. The nameless moon presence beckoned by Lawrence and his associates Pale-blood. That's also the moon presence is the last boss that we fight. Or the true boss, shall I say. Get rid of these guys first. There's a couple of other bits that we can get in here. Is there a guy up there? There is a guy up there, I thought there was. I think he drops down when we pick this up. Sedatives, very handy for the area that we're going to be... Well, when we go to the Nightmare of Mensis. Yeah, very, very handy consumable to have. So we can't go round this way. Is he dead? Wi-Fi connection is gone. That might be why I didn't get the trophy, maybe. That might be why the Wi-Fi... Yeah, that would explain why the trophy didn't pop up there. Been having a lot of issues with my Wi-Fi lately. Interesting story. Get rid of these guys quickly. I don't think there's anything we can pick up here. Another bloodstone chunk again. We don't really need that now. Although I suppose we can use it to upgrade our blunderbuss one more time. We got this boss here. He's not a boss, should I say. Silly of me. Pretty easy. Stay around the back of him. I'm not going to bother healing up because we'll be out of here in a minute and get a free heal, so to speak. Can we? Is there anything here? I think there is, yeah. Oh no, it's just this area again. Yep, so that's first floor down there. I think this just gives us access to another room, potentially another item that we need to pick up for one of the trophies. Is there anyone in here? No. I think this might be ritual material, actually. Ah, another room. There you go. So I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I really don't feel like doing Nightmare of Mensis right now. I might go into the Upper Cathedral Ward. We might end up doing that. Taking on what's it? The Celestial. Can't remember the celestial beings. I can't remember, and the and Ebrietas. Now, who is this? It's Patches.
You cannot be. No, you didn't. Lord Amygdala? How did this come to pass?
Beg for life. Now.
Now, wait just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me?
Of course I think ill of
It
you.
pains me to hear it. You've made yourself a misreckoning. I shared with you a thing most secret. Now you're witness to a miracle, and all the stronger for it. It's plain as a pikestaff. Now, say in my heart, you were as a lamb to my God. Well, you weren't to know, and it wasn't for you to know. All's well that ends well, I say.
Yeah.
That was uncharitably done.
Now, I think if you keep him alive, you can actually buy things from him. I'm not sure. I've always kind of... I've never done that. He's always bugged me. So, yeah, this is the first floor of the lecture theatre again. Or lecture, whatever, hall. But now we have access to both of them. And as I said, my internet seems to be down, so we're not going to get the trophy for this either. But this gets us to the Nightmare Mensis. Having a lot of issues with the internet at the moment. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, now we are in the Nightmare Mensis, but we're not going to do this just now. I'm going to do this as another episode, I think. But we might as well go and grab the lantern as we're here. There's a few difficult enemies in this area. Like I said, I could get through it. It's not a huge area by any means. Damn it. Yeah, it's not a huge area, but there are some difficult enemies and yeah, a few things to look out for. So we're going to do that next time. But as I said, we are going to get the lantern activated so that we do have access to this area for later. We've actually got quite a few gems. What is that? We'll deal with that later. Yeah, this is a cool area. There's some interesting enemies in this game. Well, we've actually got quite a decent amount of soul echoes now as well, haven't we? So yeah, we should use those up. So going back here is not a bad thing. Yeah, I've not used up too much time. I keep doing that. That's why I keep going through the blood vials, because I keep accidentally activating that. Right, let's upgrade a bit.
Very well.
Yeah, we've not been going through a huge amount. I could do with some endurance as well, actually, you know. I'm going to go with some endurance. Yeah, let's see if there's some gemstones that we can use. There we go, already. Up to 182, that's quite a significant upgrade. I know there's one gem that you can use that also deteriorates the weapon quite quickly, and I quite often get caught out with that one. I keep, because it does, I think it does boost your weapon quite considerably. I can't remember where it says it. Yeah, it boosts the weapon quite considerably, but it does damage the weapon quite badly as well, so... Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Might as well repair the weapon as well. And... oh, actually, do you know what? There's a few little bits and pieces we could probably do with sorting out. Let's head back to the first floor sick room. I mentioned the umbilical cords that we need. There's one that we can get back at Yahar'gul's clinic. I don't think we can go up here. Oh no, the door is open now. Excellent. Yeah, we have access to the clinic now. So if we go this way, I believe the Yahar'gul is somewhat compromised. I think so. It might be later on, actually. Maybe it'll be... Yeah, looks like it. So last time we went here, she tried to threaten us. But now...
God, I'm nauseous. Have you felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. Oh, God, it feels awful. But it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous.
Right.
God, I'm nauseous.
Yeah, so she just repeats, now, if you do this, we get a third of an umbilical cord. So we have 2 of those. We picked one of those up in the old hunters. No, the old hunters. The first workshop. I can't remember what it's called. But we need 3 of those. We need to consume 3 of those to get the third ending. But we'll be doing that later. So that's just another little thing that we need to do. We haven't been to the Cathedral Ward in a while. So we might actually be able to get another one now. Yeah, as we've got time, I'm just going to tie up a few loose ends, I think, before we continue with some other bits and pieces. Cathedral Ward, as annoying as it is, it might be better for me to go to the Hunter's Dream and then go back to the Cathedral Ward. And we need, also there's Eileen's quest line as well that might have... And the Cainhurst one, but we can't do that for now. There's so many little bits and pieces. Tomb of Erden. I keep calling it Eden, but it's Tomb of Erden. So we're going to see what our NPCs are doing here. I think there's Adriana. Why did I go here? Okay, oh, well, that was my fault, obviously. I thought I went to Grand Cathedral. It's only round here. This might work out well, actually. She might be here. So this is not where I intended to go. I think she's normally down here. Yeah, we'll go and check up on our PCs at Cathedral Ward. Adriana or Adriella, can't remember. It might actually be after we beat Murgo's wet nurse.
Please, kind hunter, when the night of the hunt passes, suppose we could be friends?
No.
Maybe? Now,
No,
I know I hardly deserve it, but, well, I had to just ask, you know. Out of line. Yes, perhaps so. But, well, give it a thought. If you wouldn't mind, of course.
No, I didn't actually plan it to be this way.
Night of the hunt?
Yeah, he's just repeating stuff now. I didn't plan it this way, but now that we are actually here, we can actually go up to the Upper Cathedral Ward. Yeah, she's not got much longer. She's in a bad way. Yeah, we'll see her in next week's episode. I think she's quite nice to us now. Yeah.
There you are. You're early, dear. Is anything the matter? You can always tell me. Mother will make everything better.
It's just occurred to me.
What's that? Anything you'd like to...
Yeah. I think she gives us some sedatives.
This will help.
Yeah, cool. Nice. It's just occurred to me that in the first episode, Father Gascoigne's daughter, I don't think we ever actually went to see what happened to her, so we'll go and do that now as well.
You're passing through.
See, yeah, he's just...
I learned it all with.
Yeah, I don't think he ever really gives us anything other than attitude. She's in a bad way. Okay. Wow. Okay, see, there's the amygdala. I don't know if I showed that last time, but he's there now. Which do I need to go back to... So I need to go back this way. Yeah, like I said, we've got tons of time at the moment, so we might as well just clear up a few areas that are open to us. So head back this way. Go and see if we can find Father Gascoigne's daughter. It's a real shame. Was that there before? That must have been where he was killing in the first place, wasn't it? Yeah. There's lots of little details in this game I don't necessarily pick up on, but not much to say there, really. Not really much point in killing anyone in this area. We're so over-leveled compared to these guys at the moment, there's not really much point. Yeah, this actually takes us... Yeah. So, remember this pig. It was good to do. Now, this is a real sad item that we're about to pick up now, because the Father Gascoigne's daughter, she tried to find her way to Erdman Chapel, and if we just have a look at this item here, actually, where is it? Red messenger ribbon. Red ribbon that messengers are oddly fond of. The thick, pungent red was drawn from the organs of some unfortunate victim. A strange choice indeed, but perhaps for the messengers wearing this accessory constitutes a form of mourning. Completely butchered by talking about it there, but yeah, so the young girl unfortunately tried to find her way out and got eaten by the massive boar, so that's why I never mind giving it the old visceral attack to kill it. Quite a sad ending. Like I said, none of the NPCs have a particularly good ending in this game at all. It's pretty harsh. So that's a few little bits and pieces, some NPCs that we caught up on. Like I said, we do need to catch up with Eileen the Crow, but we'll do that at a later date. And what's the guy's name from not Willem? I can't. There's another NPC as well that we have to catch up with about Canehurst, particularly maniacal. Catch up that one as well. But for now, we're going to head to the Upper Cathedral Ward. Then we're going to clear up a few things there. So it should still keep us going for a good half hour or so, maybe a little bit more. It's not a huge area, but there is quite a bit to do there as well. So that's all done. So now we can continue this way. Some of you will remember this from episode 3. I think it was episode 3 that we were doing this. We are slowly making our way through this game. By the way, we've still got quite a bit to do, but we're actually not that far away from... We're not that far away from being able to do the old Hunters DLC, or starting it. We've not done anything at all in regards to the Chalice dungeons. But we'll get to that at a later date. Go around this way? I think we can. I was going to let you go there, but if you're going to follow me, then fine. Go up this way. Some of you might remember this area. Said I think it was the 3rd episode we were in this one. Get rid of that guy, get rid of that guy. Get rid of this dude. So last time we were here, we did not have access to this. But now we've got the Upper Cathedral Ward key. I'll see, I got the there's a few trophies I should... There's a few trophies that I didn't get. There's a lot of trophies that have not come up for me for some reason. Like I said, I didn't get anything for getting to the 2nd floor of the lecture theatre, and I didn't get anything for One Reborn. Is there any way that you can anywhere that you can check that and just sort of get them? Options. And lecture building, source of the dream, discover the abandoned old workshop, gain entry to the realm. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be... Oh no, I did get them. Okay, maybe it gave me them all at the end there. But, so I did get one for the One Reborn. Amygdala. Okay, alright, ignore me. Source of the dream, acquire. Yeah, I'm sure there's still a few there missing, but anyway, whatever. It looks like we got some trophies there, so maybe I'm misremembering things. Cool, so we had a look down on Cathedral Ward there. These guys can be a bit annoying. Shouldn't be that difficult. That's a hell then. That was actually quite embarrassing, that. So yes, we're on the Upper Cathedral Ward. What were they all praying to? Got some cool bosses in this area. Okay, so there we go, we've got the lantern. Don't need to bother going through any of those guys again. How am I doing for time? Not doing too bad. So, some interesting items that we can get here. Great Lake rune. Not really been keeping an eye on the runes that much. So this is the gate that we want to eventually get open. I believe these little guys can give you frenzy, if I remember rightly. Not particularly tough enemies, but again, if you allow them to overwhelm you, they can kill you pretty quickly. Loads of birds here. Crows, should I say? Carrion crows. Oh. Then gone. I think that's it. Yeah, we got 2 bosses that we can get in this area. No, and again, much like Castle Cainhurst and a lot of the the areas that I went to last week, none of it is needed to complete the game. It's really cool that they've got all these just optional areas that don't really affect anything, and you could actually just go past them, especially on your first playthrough. You know, not know they're there. Here we go. Some more garb. So, this is quite a annoying bit here, because this is where we need to ultimately go. No. It's a shame. I think if you've got the threaded cane, that you can actually kill him from there and get early access, so to speak. I'll get the key that way, but when we go through here... Again, an enemy that I was completely aware of was there and was totally prepared for, and still messed it up. Now, we got a load of the... Is it Scourge Beasts, I think they're called? This is a really cool little part here. So, you'll actually see on the chandelier there, don't know if you can see them moving, but there are a bunch of Scourge Beasts. I think there are 3 of them. And when we do that... Yes, and they come after us. Here we go. Yeah, there's 3 of them. Now you can actually funnel them through here and get rid of them this way. That's 1 down. There's another one there. Is he coming through? Yep, let him through. I think maybe the 3rd one stays down there. That's him gone. Bloodstone shards. Whoa. Okay, so he does come up. I mean, you know, my character's totally leveled enough to deal with these enemies head on at this point, but it's just kind of one of those little strats where, you know, kind of just makes things a little easier, so might as well do it. I don't think we can go this way. Yeah, there's another bloodsucker there. Yeah, you heard him there. Yeah, there's some nasty little enemies in this section. Now there's another Scourge Beast down here. At least 1. There might be 2. There he is. Not particularly difficult. But still, gave me some trouble. Yeah, there's a bloodsucker over there. I can't remember if there's another scourge beast or not. I feel like there is. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, grab this ritual blood. I don't think we can open that yet. We need the key for that. Here he is. Oh my god. I was just about to say how easy it is to avoid that attack, and then we got caught on the pillar. Come on. Okay. They still freak me out, those enemies. There's a few little bits that you can get caught out with here. Cosmic Eye Watcher badge. I can't remember what you can... You know, when you get the badges, it allows you to buy more things back at the Hunter's Dream, but I can't remember what that allows you to have. Is there anything this way? I think it's behind... I think that's the other bloodsucker that's the other side of this door. This area can be a bit problematic as well, in that it can be easy to get caught out. Now there's a wandering, scurrying beast there, wandering madness, whatever it is. But there's... If you go after the wandering madness, it kind of allows that guy to... a bit of an easy attack on you. So do you know what, actually, while we're on the ladder, I'm just going to quickly just resetting the camera there. Yep, we're recording. Yes, this particular bit here, I quite often get caught out on this guy because we've got this long corridor. Oh, I did it again. Tried to dodge. Come on, come on, come on. Nice, okay. Getting through some blood vials on this. Oh, slug. Now we can open this door. Yes, we've got a few more of these guys to get past. Blindfold caps and more garb. New elixir. Now we're going to go through this side, and we need to get the... Damn it. Completely my fault. Oh, that's... I feel like that's... Wow. That's unfortunate, that. Well, at least we've opened up that... At least we opened up that shortcut now. That was a shame, because I got caught in the second guy's... you know, as soon as I wasn't able to do anything there, basically. There was that one last little thing, isn't there, with me? Don't need to bother with any of these guys this time, though, so we can just run straight past them. Get onto this guy. Nice. Don't think we need to get rid of this guy, but as we're here... easier. I don't think we need to deal with the scourge beasts now. So we can just run straight across this way to the bit that we opened up. Where's the other guy? Oh, we just run straight past him. Is that going to haunt me afterwards? Is he going to catch up with us afterwards? I'm not sure. Okay, this time I think what I might do, I might try and drag him out. That's good. Now we got the last dude over here. Nice. So we got the orphanage key now. So yeah, that's the door that we needed. That shortcut is now open. Can we go out this way? Yeah, we can go out this way. I can't remember if we get something here for... No, we get a gesture off this guy. Yeah, make contact. I think we use that later on when we get to the mind of Mensis. That will make sense in next week's episode. I think that's everything here, so we don't need to be anything here. Now we can go back downstairs. Yeah, I thought he was here. So now that we have the orphanage key, we can go downstairs and open up the door. Might have to get rid of these guys, maybe. Or should I just try and run through? I think we'll just try and run through if we can. We have to deal with them, we will. Yeah. Okay. Apparently, opening doors doesn't kill you in this game. Now that we got that. Yeah, so they can't follow you through anyway. So that's... Let's get rid of him anyway. Be the Celestial Emissary. I think that's the name of this boss. Okay, so that's us back to the lantern. In fact, you know what? I might actually quickly go back and spend these echoes. Now, the Celestial Emissary is not a particularly difficult enemy, but Ebrietas can be quite a difficult boss. Getting to the end of this episode, I think. 2 more bosses, and
welcome.
In quick succession. All of these are bosses that can be missed as well. Don't have to. What to? What do I do? Yeah, I might go with some vitality for now.
Farewell, good hunter.
See if we've got any more gems that we can put in. Well, I don't think we do. I think we're about as powerful as we're going to be at this moment. Yeah. Okay, maybe just repair the item thing as well, just to make sure we're up to snuff. And then we're going to return to the Upper Cathedral Ward. Go for the Celestial Emissary. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. This is actually quite an easy boss, though. I'm not going to lie, I have died. I have died to it before. So whenever I say they're easy bosses, that's always when I come unstuck, so let's just see how we get on. But we are getting through this now. We really are starting to get through it. Like I said, we're kind of getting to a point where we are looking at some... In fact, let me have a think. Next week's episode will probably be Nightmare of Mensis, which will then pretty much tie up the story up until we get to the main boss, the ending. So yeah, after next week I think we'll be going to the we'll be doing the Old Hunters DLC. Okay, here we go. Don't let me die to the emissary. So you'll notice that there is one that one there cowers away. That was oh man, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Now all of these guys, they keep respawning, I believe. Now this is not a tough boss at all, but it does hit like a truck. There we go. So I'm getting these trophies popping up. Maybe they did pop up earlier and I just didn't pay attention to them. So yeah, you don't want to die to Celestial Emissary when you're doing a playthrough online. It's kind of one of those bosses that you're really not supposed to die to. Now this is quite an interesting one, this area. I don't think there's any items up here. We'll be returning to this area later on in the Old Hunters DLC. So we've got this lantern here. Now in the Souls games we have these things called illusory walls, where you have a wall, like if you actually hit it, it reveals that there's actually a doorway there. There are none of those in Bloodborne at all, apart from this area here. So you've played this entire game not having that at all, and then they just throw that in there. So again, this is an area that you can completely lose. Not lose, completely miss, should I say. So that's another handy weapon there, a Call Beyond. It's an arcane weapon, I believe. Down there is the Great Cathedral. That's where we took on Vicar Amelia. That's where we saw Willem's speech. Fear the old blood, is it? Down here we have... I thought there was two. Down here we have another boss that you can just easily miss. And this one ties up with Canehurst a little bit as well. Now you can summon here to help, but I think I'm going to try and do it without. I have had issues with Ebrietas in the past. I think you're supposed to use bolt paper, but I don't think I've got bolt or fire paper anyway, so I don't think it really matters. Okay. So here we go, the Altar of Despair. Yeah, this can be a very hard boss. Hits like a truck. Try and stick to the back, it says. Said some bolt paper right now, or any kind of anything that would make my weapon that much more, give more damage would be great. didn't realise I was out of blood vials there. I was completely out. Oh man. Well, it's not too big of a run back. I might actually get the summon for this one. I was actually doing okay there, but that was just a shame. I completely run out of blood vials. So here we go. We're just right back here. So it's not too big. So it's not a big run back by any means. This would be a good way to finish today's episode as well, I think. Easy. I could have maybe leveled up again actually after. Oh no, or did I? No, I didn't. Yeah, I might actually. Yeah, I might get the summon for this one. There we go. Just get rid of them. Why not? I forgot to. I don't know if I've mentioned this as well, but when you summon somebody, it takes an insight to do so. So. Oh wow, I've got no blood vials. I've got no blood vials. Wow. Okay. I'm going to take... Okay, that was a bit of a waste of a summon there, because I'm going to go in, I'm going to get my blood vials back, and then I'm going to do the bold hunter's mark to get the hell out of here, if I can. Nothing there. What are you doing? Oh, oh no, I can't. Oh man, is that because I've summoned him? That might be because I've summoned him. Right. Are there any other items I can use? Heals HP? Oh. Engage the senses. Okay, this isn't going to work. Oh wow, did you heal me? I didn't realise that he healed. Oh man, even so. That sucks. Okay, alright. Well, the blood echo should be right by the entrance, so if I don't summon him this time, I think that means that I can then get myself out, get more blood vials. Ebrietas can be a difficult boss, to be fair. I've not prepared for it, so set some bulk paper would be really good. I can't believe I've gotten through as many blood vials as I've gotten. I've done really terrible in that regard. Terrible. Unless Ebrietas is a boss that you can't actually get out of? I'm not sure. I think it's because I had the summon. I think it's because I had the help. That's why it wouldn't let me get out of there. So let's see what happens this time. Hopefully they should be fairly close. Oh. Okay, let's get those. Yes, and it's letting me do it. Cool. At least we can buy a load of stuff, so we'll get some blood files and we'll get some bulk paper if we can. Bit of a cumbersome end to the episode, but I don't usually have a huge amount of problems with this boss, but I have I have died a lot to it. Okay, so we don't want that many. Let's get 25. Let's see what we can do with the rest with bulk paper. 2 bulk paper, that's all we can get. Wow. Well, might as well spend the rest on more blood vials then, I suppose. Cool. That works. Blooming Flowers Garden. Okay. So we got blood vials, we got bulk paper, and we're going to get the summon. Get rid of that. Bulk paper, yeah. We'll go through that. Cool. Third time lucky this will be. Cool. Alright. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. Genuinely a shame that I didn't have more blood vials on the first time I tried it, because I was very close to winning on that first go. It's easy to say that now. Do you know what I mean? Very easy for me to say. Love the music. So damn good. Okay, alright, let's go. Let's do it. Stamina management is a difficult one for this boss as well. I think we get one for the chalice here as well. So that's a whole bunch of trophies we got in this playthrough. Okay, alright, that was good. I'm glad we did that. Now, this here, the Altar of Despair. This is like Rom. Well, now we can activate that later. That comes into play a bit later on. Yeah, Ebrietas was kind of mourning the loss of that one, I think. I should get more clued up on the lore, really, but there we go. That's Ebrietas down, as well as the celestial emissary. And I think that's going to do us for today. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can kind of go and do. I could try Ligarius again, but I'm not. My coordination skills are not together as much as they should be today for
Very well, let me.
for Ligarius. One more. Get one more in skill.
Farewell, good hunter.
Okay.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
So what have we got? Like I said, I think it's Nightmare of Mensis next. I think that'll do. I hear some heavy breathing there. Is that the doll? I think it is. Is German around? Sometimes he crops up. No. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done for today. Let's just get back here. Okay. So yeah, next week we will be going into the Nightmare of Mensis. That will tie up the story as much as we can to the ending. And then after that, we'll be going into the Old Hunters DLC. In fact, we could maybe start that next week as well. So we could actually do Nightmare of Mensis and then go into the Hunters DLC afterwards to start that off. Because it is quite a... The DLC will take quite a bit of time. So then again, maybe a bit better. I don't need to think about this now. That's for another time. I'll be there. Yeah, next week, we're going into the Nightmare of Mensis anyway. That's all you need to know. Hope that you enjoyed this episode. I'll see you on the next one.